Okay folks, welcome to a special edition Atlas today. This is going to be a basic tutorial on how to create custom sails. That's something I've had several people ask me about, and considering, as you can see, I actually run with custom sails on all my stuff. So I thought I'd put together this little tutorial video and hopefully explain how we do this. Now, we're starting here in Atlas. We're not going to stay here. We'll start here in Atlas and we'll probably finish off here in Atlas. But to start with, we need some dye and a paintbrush. Now, here's one I prepared earlier. Yeah, joke aside. There's our paintbrush, and we'll start with a black dye. I'll actually grab 5 dyes. Hopefully that'll be enough. Hopefully that'll be enough. Okay, the next thing we need to do is we need a sail, the type and size of which that we actually want to put artwork on. Now, as you can see, I've got sails on other stuff here, but I'm going to actually work on a large handling sail, since most of us on Black Seas 2 here do actually run with the large handling sails. I figured that's probably going to be the best one. Now, the principles do apply exactly the same to the other sail types, so if you follow the same procedures that I'm going to outline here with the other sail sizes and types, you'll have the same result for that sail, of course. Now, I'm just going to head over to my galleon because it's got some empty sails on it. I've only, out of the 6 sails, I've only put artwork on 2 of them, the front one and the back one. So we have some nice empty sails here we can use as a test piece. So, and if you haven't seen it before, this is our new galleon docks. I've finished building them and moved the galleons over, so we've now got a dedicated place to actually moor our ships up. Okay, so what we need to do, let's just jump over here. That one's got artwork on it. Okay, we'll pick this one. It's a nice convenient one. So we grab our paintbrush and we go to paint it. Okay, so this is where it's going to get interesting, because we need to actually need to see the sails side on, which is really, really difficult. This is an easier way on. Oh, there is an easy way. There we go. So holding down Control whilst you use your left mouse button will actually allow that to. Oops, yeah, we just painted on it. Will allow that to actually move. Control and erase. See, that's not Control and left click. Control and left click is what I'm using right now. Yeah, what we need is we need to see our sail side on. Now, what we're going to do is, okay, single left click is just paint. Shift left click is heavy paint. What we want to do is we want to paint right around the edges, just the edges, just right on the very edge like this. So this is shift left click, and we want to, it doesn't have to be exact. We don't need to, we just need to highlight right on the very edge. Oh, let's get back on the sail. Right on the very edge of the sail, right the way around. And as you can see, yeah, I was going to say, as you can see, we're using paint pretty quick. Okay, now, okay, I think, alright, it's not pretty. It doesn't have to be pretty. This is not going to be even part of the final artwork. This is just to actually highlight where the edges of the actual sail canvas is, so that we know where to put our image and know that it's going to sit within the sail. So once we've done that, we come up to the top left here to Save Paint. We hit this button, and now let's give it a name, and let's call it Atlas Test Sail. And I'm going to also let's test sail. unless, let me just have a look, large handling test sail. We'll do that. So we can see that this is a large handling sail and it's just our test. So we hit set on that. Okay, now that's pretty much it. I'm actually just going to drop straight out of the game from here. Alright, now I've actually created a folder here, as you can see, Atlas modding. Now just bear with me, I'm just going to bring up my Discord because no, we want Atlas discussions. There we go. Okay, now these are the two programs we're going to use. Now I just need to actually, should have done this ahead of time. I know I can't actually remember where I actually sourced these from, and you, the viewer, most likely, if you're part of my Discord, you'll have access to these. If not, you won't. So if you're part of the Discord, it's under modding and world building. If you haven't subscribed to that role, do so. It's under Atlas discussions. So let's just have a look, see if we can find Pnt Editor. What did I type in? That's what I did type in. Okay, it's on the Steam community page. That's the editor guide. Yeah, so where do we download it? Download in Steam guide. Okay, it's over there. Have we found it yet? Have we got to the download page? Okay, there's our download link there. So just by clicking on it, so okay, so note to this link up here. I do apologise, you'll probably have to type it in. Although, let me just take a copy of that. Okay, PNT Editor. What I'm going to do is I'll put that link in there. That's I'll actually include this in the video description once I'm finished. So you can click on there's a link in the video description for the ARK Pnt Editor. So we'll start with that. The other one we need, let's get rid of those, is the Atlas. I can't type to save myself. Atlas Pnt Converter. Also Steam community page. Download with template zip. Okay, so yep, we'll go with that actually. So let me just take that link, add it into our little doco here. So Atlas Pnt Converter. Alright, so both of these links will be in the video description, so you can click on them and go and download them for yourself. Once you've done so, you need to extract them. Let me just get rid of that. Extract them, and I've just named them 1 and 2 because that's the order of operation we'll use them in. We'll use number 1 first to actually convert the Atlas sail information we just created in Atlas into something we can edit, and number 2, the Atlas Pnt Converter, that will then take that image once we've edited it and convert it back into a sail information that Atlas can use. Okay, so we need, for starters, we need the sail. So I've just got a shortcut here that goes straight over to actually into your Atlas install, your Steam Atlas install. Now you'll have to ignore me, I've got my Steam library in a different location. This G Steam library, that most likely, if you use a default installation, that'll be under C, Program Files, Steam, Steam Apps Common, Atlas, Shooter Games, Saved, My Paintings. By doing the painting in Atlas and then saving it, it would have created this if it didn't already exist, and as you can see, here it is down here. LH Test Sail, that's the one that we just created. So we're going to take that, and I'm just, for the moment, I'm actually going to copy that. Sorry, I'm actually going to cut that out. And I just need to now go back into Atlas Modding, Sail Files, and I'm actually just going to place it in there. So we've actually taken it out of Atlas, we've put it somewhere central. So we go back to here. Now, ARK Pnt Editor, we'll go into this one and launch this app. Now, the palette. First up, this will actually come up set as palette is ARK. Please, first thing you do, change it to Atlas. It will remember that setting, so from that point on, it will automatically use the Atlas palette. But always double check that. Just make sure we're doing the right thing. Next, we need to load, yeah, it'll still say ARK. We need to load the ARK PNT file. This is the sail file. This is the one we just saved over here. That's this one here. Okay, so we hit that. Come on, load. And we'll just navigate to where we've put that. So Atlas files, sail, and this one here. And when we hit open, it gives us this blah. It's a real blah. But as you can see, we can make out the outline of the actual sail. Okay, so now what we need to do is save it as an image. So save as image, same location, it calls it exactly the same thing as a .png because of the transparency. So we'll just hit save on that. Okay, and then we can close that. That's all we need for that for. Now there's our image there. If we have a look at it, blah. As you can see, it's very small. That other program distorted it. It's actually is a 256 by 256 square image, transparent image, which looks really bad. Okay, now I don't know what image editor you've got installed on your system. Use whatever image editor of your choice, but in particular it has to be an image editor that supports PNG alpha channels or transparencies. Now I make use of GIMP myself. I find it's got the power of Photoshop in a nice free program. So we'll load up GIMP. We'll now go over to an open Atlas mods, sail files, and there's our image. Let's open that up. Bingo. Okay, let me just blow this up a little bit bigger so we can see it. Okay, now this is a template. We're not painting on this. We're not going to do anything with this. This is just a guide and an outline template. As you can see, the actual sail itself, we know we have to keep our imagery within this area. So we need something to put on the sail, don't we? So let me just quickly load up Google here. Let's go to Google Images, and let's pick color skull line art. Why? Well, because I feel like it. So, ooh, look at this. What do you reckon, folks? We'll go with this one. It's the first one I saw. It's a lot bigger than I wanted, so let me just open the image in a new tab. Let's see how big it is. Okay, it's got some artifacting on it. I don't care. Let's just copy the image and let's just paste it as a new image. Well, that was a new layer. Let me just do that. That was a bit silly of me. There's a new image. Okay, now as I said, this is 256 by 256. We can see there's up very top corner up here, top bar up here. So this is not. So let's just resize this, shall we? So image, scale image. We'll bring it down to 256 to start with, because I mean that's still too big, but we will scale it once we put it over here. Now, do we want all the white background? I'm going to say no, we don't. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of all this outside area here. So we only have the colored section in the middle. So we'll just take our magic, our magic wand, and we'll hit that. And just make sure, no, we don't want any aliasing, we don't want to feather it. Let's do that again. I'm just going to reduce our threshold because it's not what I wanted. Take it down to 5. Oh, and we have to make sure we have an alpha channel. Yes. Yeah, see, you can see the watermarks in here now. Actually, let's just undo that. Let's just go selection, grow selection by 2 pixels. Yeah, that's actually that's better. I can work with that. We just need to erase and clean up a little bit of messiness that's here. Opacity will go 100. Brush size will bump you up to, that's too big. Oh, hang on. Okay, let's just get rid of these little white dots. We don't want them. Now this is very crude. I'm not taking any special care with this, as you can see, because it's a procedure or a principle of how to do it, as opposed to let's make the finest artwork in the world. Okay, well, I'm happy enough with that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to copy this. That's what I'm looking for. We're just going to edit, copy the visible part, that's all that. Come back over here, edit, paste as a new layer, ta-da, and we need to see about positioning it. Now, as you can see, it is actually too big. We need to fit it within that border boundary of the sail. So let's scale this down a little bit. That's this one here. Let's just, good, it is set to aspect ratio. Let's just sort of put it central on the sail, shall we? Sort of about the middle. You see, that's looking pretty good. I'm liking the look of that. We can see what it will actually look like. The final image when we export it again will actually look like that, because we don't need all of this. Okay, so I'm actually thinking that's pretty good. Let's go with that actually. So we'll just hide the mask, hide the background, the template, and we'll just overwrite the original with this new one. It'll actually get rid of the template, but that's alright, we'll get rid of it. And then we'll close all this. Now we'll discard changes. Get rid of that. We can close this now. Now if we double check on this sail here now, bingo, we just have that. Alright, that's step 2 complete. Step 1 was creating the template, exporting it and bringing it over here. Sorry, that's step 3 complete. Step 2 was then converting it into an image. 3 was actually adding our new artwork to the image. The next step is to actually turn this back into this. Now, we're going to get rid of this one. I know, I would actually suggest you're not doing this. I'd suggest keeping the template you've created, putting it somewhere aside, just in case you screw up and you have to start again. In which case, this will just save you having to go back into Atlas and repainting the sail and recreating it again. But for now, I'm just going to get rid of it. Its naming convention is exactly how we want. So we'll go back here, and we go to Atlas Pnt Converter. So go into here and launch this program. And that's not the part I wanted that part. Here. Fine, great. Alright, image. Well, that's the one that we just created. So let's just open that up. Go over to where we're editing and creating our sail. Sail data. And there it is there. So we'll open that one up. And as you can see, it doesn't really show us anything. It just shows us the artwork. And that's the image on the left. And on the right is an estimate of what it's going to look like in game, which honestly I think that looks pretty good. However, that is using all the colors. As you can see, all these little tick boxes, these is the whole array of palette of dyes that are available in Atlas. Now, unless you want to go and create every single dye in the game to be able to paint this thing, we need to eliminate the ones that are not in this image. And this program, this converter program, has got a really nice little function called reduce. So if we hit reduce, bingo. As you can see, we've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 dyes. Now, I still think that's too many. So what we can do is start turning some of these on and off and seeing what effect they seem to have. That one seems to have no effect. Now you might notice it's a little bit hard to see. So let's just make this a bit bigger. Let's change our scaling up to 2 in both directions. Bingo, so we can see it better. And now we can turn some colors on and off and see what changes. Okay, there is a little bit of silver changing in the skull crack marks, so I might leave it for the moment. What's this? Watercourse green. Ah, now see, that one doesn't seem to have any effect whatsoever, so let's turn it off. Mango. Yeah, it's having minimal effect on the edges of the orange bit, the central little orange bit, but I think it's negligible and I think we can leave it off, so we'll turn it off. Mineral grey. Again, you notice I'm turning it on and off. Don't know that it's coming through on stream on the video. I'm hoping it is, but the changes are actually very, very minimal, so we'll turn it off as well. Okay, now what have we got here now? Napa brown. Okay, now that one, as you can see, actually does seem to make quite a bit of difference, especially around the teeth. So we'll leave that one. Orange peel. Well, now see, that's where all of our orange is coming from, so we need to keep that one. Okay, what else we got here? Alizarin red. It's a nice red, actually. Ooh, actually, I'm actually almost liking that without the red. It makes the outer flamey bits actually a darker colour. That seems to be all the effect. I'm going to turn it off. I actually like the look of the darker colour. What else we got here? Black currant. Okay, so that is where most of our black is coming from. So let's keep that. Bright red. No, I don't want a yellow sun. We'll go back to... Yeah, no, I don't want that. We'll go back to that. We'll leave that one on. What's this one? Cerulean. Oh, okay, that pixelates the hair, if you notice. I don't want pixelators. We'll leave that one. And then when light sea green. Okay, that is also hair. We'll leave that one. Madang green. Okay, now that one I cannot see what is changing, so let's leave it off. Oriental blue. Okay, it pixelates the hair, so we need that for definition. Paco brown. Okay, there's a little bit of change around the oculus orbs, the eye sockets. I actually think without it, it adds a little bit more of a highlight definition. So I'm actually going to turn that one off. Yellow. Ooh, now see, that's just ugly head now. Yeah, we need that yellow for the head. It gives us the bone colour. Snow White and the 7 dwarfs. No, not the 7 dwarfs. So Snow White and the 7 colours. I'm going to leave it on. That makes the teeth stand out. And Swamp Purple, which I'm actually going to turn off. If you look really closely, left and right of the black circle, you can see remnants of the watermark of the original image. Turning off this purple actually eliminates that. So we're going to turn it off. So that's gone. Alright, so we've reduced our colours down to what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 colours. Yeah, I can work with that. I can work with that. So, now that we've done all of that, what we need to do is now just hit save. And it's going to ask us where to save it. Now this is the same location with where the image is, so, and it's already created a .pnt, so let's just hit save on that. And close this program, and when we go back to here into our Sail files, you notice we've now got a PNT file. And let's just go back to that. Alright, now this PNT file needs to go back to where we originally got it from, and that is within your Steam library, Steam apps, Common, Atlas, Shooter Games, Saved, My Paintings. Otherwise you can't actually paint it in game. So we'll take this, we'll just copy this all back over here, back to where it originally started from. So now we've got a PNT file back in the Atlas game where we actually started from. Now the final step is to actually see if this works in game. So let's just load up Atlas. And join. Now of course most likely won't have the colours necessary for it, Well, it's not all of them. I think there's a couple there that I don't think I've ever made before, so that'd be new. However, we can check to see if it will load by attempting to paint the sails with it. Okay. Nearly there. Da -da -do 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 -do. Alright. Here we are, back on the galleon, in front of our favourite sail, the one that we have got some abominable colour on. So let's see if we can fix that colour. So first of all, it says there is... Oh, I didn't save it, that's right. I obviously didn't apply the paint, which is good. So now we go load paints from this type. And look at this, LH test sail. And, ooh, look at this, we can see our artwork in here. And it tells us a big list of colours we need. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 colours. Now, what do you reckon? Shall we test this? Shall we actually make these dies and actually see how this looks? I'm going to say yes. So just bear with me. I'm just taking a quick screenshot capture of this list of dies that we need so that I know. Let me just... There we go. There we go. Now let's go and get some colours. Yes. Why not? Oh, I did it again. I'm great at actually missing that jump. Okay. Let's just quickly run back to base here and up to the grill, and we'll make some dies up. Now I will have some of these colours already, so let's just quickly see what colours we do have. Alrighty, now where's me colour list? Alright, no, we want that one. We want silver. Do we have some silver? There's white, tan, snow white, slate, sky, silver. Yes, we do have silver, so we'll take some silver. I don't know, do I have black currant? That's blackberry, black. I have no black currant, okay. Bright red, I don't think I've got bright red, I've got red and alizarin red. Cerulean, which is a bluey colour, I can see I don't have that. Light sea green, don't have that. Napa brown, I think I do have Napa brown. Paco brown, Napa brown. Okay. Orange peel, we have orange peel. I know because I use that in my own artwork. Orient blue, no, I don't have orient blue. Don't have Snow White, we do have some Snow White. Okay, now I need to go and get some berries, so I didn't think, and I walked straight past the berries. Surprisingly enough, there is actually no black in this at all. So, good. Put that in there, turn that on, and let's start with black currant. I'm going to make 2 lots of each because I don't know how many it actually is going to take. Bright red. which doesn't look very bright. This is cerulean, whatever it is. There it is. Sea green. I'm curious now. I want to see how this looks. So, Napa brown, orange peel we've got. Orient blue. Shalimar. And Snow White. So I think that's all of them. So we'll find out, shall we? Let's just take all of our dies here. Alright. Let's go and see if it will let us paint it now. And if we've got enough of them. It'd probably be quicker if I was actually on a mount, but... Ooh, there's a horse stuck in the trap. What level you are? Ooh, nice level too. We might have to actually do something about that. Right. Yeah, see, this sail does look pretty ugly. It's got all that artwork, paintwork on it. I'm thinking I'm going to have to fix that. So anyway, we start with this, go into here. Let's just erase the paintwork first. Okay, now load, test sail. Oh, it looks like we've got everything. So now we hit this load painting. And it's now painting. Ooh. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I'll have to do it again now. I just hit the wrong button and drew on it. Alright. Shift. Okay, now as you can see, it is a bit distorted because the sail is not square. So we could have compensated for that in our image program by squashing the image a little bit in this vertical dimension here. Now, in other words, taking into account the fact that when it loads into the game, it's going to stretch it upwards. So if we squashed it a little bit so it made it a flatter, and rather than being round, a sort of an oval on its side, then when you load in here it'll be round. But that's also all personal preference and all tweaking. And it's up to you, the painter, the sail artist, whatever term you want to use for it. Now, as you saw, I use GIMP as I mentioned, and I didn't give you any information on how to use GIMP. This was not about a tutorial on using a painting application of your choice. It was on how to create sails, the easiest way to export them and import them and load them and stuff like that. And as you can see, it's quite obvious we have the sail artwork there. We can actually see it when we go into the paint to try and paint the sails. There it is there. Which one is it? There's one of these that lets me move the damn thing up. Okay, well that's working sort of. But anyway. But yeah, as you can see, we actually have our artwork sorry, I'm just trying to move it up a bit further. There we go. As you can see, we have our artwork now on the sails, and honestly, I think they look pretty darn nice. I actually Actually, I do think that actually turned out quite well for something that we just threw together. And nice vibrant colors, good definition, and so on. So I hope you found this little bit of a tutorial video helpful, especially when it comes to making your own sails. I would encourage you to definitely give it a go. As you can see, and I can English really well, it's really not that difficult. It is a very simple step-by-step process. The steps are very, very simple. And of course, if you are in doubt, just just rewind the video, go back to that particular section, and follow it through. Now, once I will actually upload this onto YouTube. I might even put some timestamps in it for the different stages. Like creating the template, converting to an image, adding your custom image to it, converting back to a paint file, and repainting. I don't know. If there's timestamps on it, then I've gone ahead and done that. If there's not, then I will apologise. You just have to skip through it. Hopefully this video is not too long. I haven't checked how long it is yet. But thank you for checking it out. Hopefully you found it interesting, helpful, and informative. And if you're part of Discord, by all means, ping me on there if you have any further questions. I'll gladly help talk you through it and work through it. If you're on YouTube, look, if you've got any questions, throw them in the comments. I do look at the comments. I look at the comments on every one of my videos, and I will endeavour to respond as time permits and as knowledge allows, because it might be something I don't know about. In which case, I'll let you know, and hopefully I'll be able to point you in the right direction. But until then, thank you very much for stopping by, and by all means, check out my other streams. I stream daily on Twitch. That all then get uploaded up here to to YouTube into the playlist. I've got several playlists there, and by all means, check them out. Hopefully, you'll find it informing, interesting, and well, if not boring, hopefully not boring. I can English, great. Anyway, happy sailing, happy pirating. Until next time.